All right. All right. So, labor standards naman tayo. Okay, labor standards. Pagtan lang natin. Okay, so labor standards, guys, mostly tungkol lang naman to sa wages at saka sa mga leave, di ba? So, let's go through the questions now. Okay? Okay? Salary, okay? Now, normally guys, kapag nagbibigay ng salary, at kunyari, silent siya, ang assumption nun, ano yan daily. Okay, daily. Okay, daily ang assumption nun. Okay? Now, kasi medyo complicated yung computation kapag monthly siya. So, normally daily yan, daily. Okay? Tapos, 2 hours between yan. Okay? Okay? Covered by the night shift differential. Okay? So, magkano yung sweldo niya? Dun sa 2 oras. Okay? Dun lang sa 2 oras. Not the entire day, guys. Right? Dun lang sa 2 oras. Now, statement 1, guys, is, okay, regular day, this is true. Okay? This is true. Okay? Pag kinompute mo yan, you just get the hourly. Okay? You just get the hourly. Tapos, i-apply mo yung night shift differential. Alright? Now, ito naman, statement 3, this is also true. Okay? This is also true. Bakit? Kasi, pag regular holiday, tapos nag-work siya, you remember, double pay yan. Okay? So, kunin mo yung hourly, double pay mo, and then you apply the night shift differential, yung 10%. Okay? Now, this one, okay, is false. Okay? This one is false. Bakit? Kasi, special working day. Remember guys, yung special day, dalawa yun. Okay? May special working day, may special non-working day. Now remember, yung special working day, katulad nito, is just a regular work day. Okay? Parehas lang ang treatment dyan sa regular work day. So ang sweldo niya, ito lang din. Okay? Ito lang din. Now, nagkakaroon lang ng bonuses yan, or nagkakaroon lang ng additional or ng premium. Kapag ka special non-working day. Okay? So remember that guys be wary or be mindful of the distinction. Yung special day, you have to check. Special non-working ba siya o special working? Alright? Sige. So our answer to this question is, ayan. Okay? Now, para lang kunyari, maka-encounter ka, I'll show you the computation. Ano mo na lang ha? Okay? Ayan siya. Okay, so ang tinitingnan natin dito sa question na to is yung dulo lang, yung 2 hours. Ito lang. Okay, ito lang. Okay? So, katulad mo, regular day, napansin mo, 167 siya. And then kapag regular holiday, 335. Yung special working day, counted po yun as this one. Okay? Sige. Now, let's get that out of the way. Let's move to number 2. Okay, according to expanded maternity, okay? Expanded maternity, female employee, okay? On account of pregnancy. Alright. So, ano ra entitlement niya? Okay, live childbirth. 105. Okay, tama naman. Regardless of the mode of delivery, tama naman yan. No problem, alam natin yan. Miscarriage, saka emergency termination, 60 days. Okay, tama rin yan, walang problema. Alright. In either case, option to extend the leave, 30 days without pay. Okay, this one is false. Okay, bakit? Kasi hindi po siya applicable sa miscarriage. Ito pong extension ng ng paid leaves mo, ng leaves mo is only applicable to live childbirth. So remember yung option to extend only applies to live childbirth. So ang sagot natin sa question na to is letter C. Okay? Sige. Ayan, consider the following. Parental. Okay, parental leave. Yung parental leave, guys, yan po yung sa solo parent, ha? Yan yung sa solo parent. Now, it's not available when there is no childbirth nor miscarriages. Okay? Now, this one, guys, is false. Okay? This one is false. Bakit? Remember, guys, yung parental leave, recurring yan, annual. For as long as you are a solo parent, you are entitled, okay, to the parental leave. Hindi kailangan manganak ka, hindi kailangan makunan. Alright? And besides, yung parental leave, guys, is available also to a male employee. Pwede. As long as you are considered solo. Okay, a solo parent. And in fact, if you read the law, kahit hindi ikaw yung parent, Okay? May possibility or there are situations na yung tao na hindi yung parent ay nagiging eligible for the leave. Okay? So, ayun lang naman. So, please remember that yung parental leave is not dependent na may mga anak or may magkaroon ng termination ng what's this ng pagkabuntis. Alright? So, false yan Next, in case of live childbirth, okay? Live childbirth of the 5th child, okay? The maternity leave and paternity leave are no longer available. Okay. Okay, paghiwalayan natin ito pala. Okay, so maternity leave and paternity leave are no longer available. Now, please remember, yung limit po sa panganganak ay applicable lang sa paternity. Okay, paternity, hanggang 4th child lang yan. No problem. Okay, paglampas, hindi na siya available. Now, on the other hand, kapag maternity leave, okay, it doesn't matter how many times manganak. Okay? Regardless of frequency pa nga yan. Alright? So remember ang may limit lang na leave is paternity. Yung maternity, kahit ilan yan, no problem. Okay? So this one is also false. Statement 3. Live childbirth. Okay? In case of live childbirth, the unmarried father of a child can possibly enjoy only 7 days of paid leaves. Okay? Remember live childbirth. Okay? This one, guys, is true. Okay? True yan. Saan yan manggagaling? Unmarried father. So, hindi na siya pwedeng maging paternity. Okay? Hindi pwedeng paternity. So, saan manggagaling yung 7? Either, yung allocation, dun, di ba yung maternity leave, may option yung mother na mag-allocate ng leaves dun sa father. Maximum of 7 days. Also, pwede rin magkaroon ng, okay, kapag yung father, hindi siya binigyan ng allocation, pwede siyang maging solo parent or yung parental leave na 7 days din. But beyond that, wala na. Alright? Bakit? Kasi hindi siya pwedeng mag-paternity once again kasi unmarried siya. Okay? So, true ito So, our answer for this number is, only 2 are false. Okay. Next. Manager. So, X is a manager of ABC Corp. Okay? Increase in compensation, work longer hours per day. Okay, no problem. So, statement 1. Beyond the working hours, additional 25 hourly rate. Beyond working hours. This one is false. Okay, bakit? Kasi manager na siya. A manager is not entitled to overtime. Okay? Now, next. Rest day. Okay, additional 30% hourly rate. So, hindi rin. Kasi hindi rin entitled ang manager sa, okay, dito sa yung holiday pay sa special non-working day. Okay? Now, what else? Regular holiday. Entitled to 30%. Hindi rin. Okay? Hindi rin Hindi rin. Now, ito guys yung tandaan natin. Itong mga benefits na ito, these are only applicable to rank and file employees. Okay? Yung mga rank and file employees natin, entitled sila to overtime, to holiday pay, and then to yung sa rest day or yung special day na bayad. Now, remember guys, okay, na these things, okay, are not available anymore to the manager. Okay? Kailan lang nagkakaroon ng ganyan ng manager? Kapag may contractual agreement sila. But generally speaking, kung susundan mo lang yung batas, once you become a manager, you become deprived of these things. Alright? So, take note guys all of these things are false only because manager siya. Okay? All of these things are false only because naging manager siya. If, for example, rank and file ito, kunyari rank and file ito, then these things, all the statements would have been true. Okay? Kung rank and file siya, true saan na lahat yan. Okay? Pero wala. Sa example natin manager, so false. Okay? All are false. Next. Okay. Number 5. Okay? already entitled. Okay. No more obligation. Service incentive leave. Okay, this one is false, guys. Alright, this one is false. Bakit? Kasi, ang sabi sa batas, pwede ka lang you become exempt from giving service incentive leave kapag vacation leave yung binibigay mo. Okay, VL dapat, hindi sick leave. Kasi guys, magkaibang bagay ang sick leave at VL, di ba? So kapag namimigay ka ng VL na 10, at least 10, then pwede ka nang hindi mamigay ng SIL. However, kapag sick leave lang, ay walang ganon. Kailangan, mayroon ka pa rin ito. Okay? Now, next, the female worker, okay, a female worker can allocate 7 days, okay, of the maternity leave to the, okay, at her option. Alright, so this one is also false, guys. Okay, false din yan. Bakit? Kasi, hindi yun alternative, hindi yun option sa kanya. It's actually, okay, the father, pwede lang itong alternate caregiver in case of absence or incapacity of the father. Okay? Kailangan wala yung father bago mo ibigay sa caregiver yun. Hindi pwede ha, hindi mo pwedeng idiretso, hindi mo pwedeng irekta dun sa caregiver. Alright? So false yan. Next. Okay, based in Holo. Okay, based in Holo. So malayo siya. Okay, has not visited. Unsure of return. Okay, due to, yan, work constraints. Okay, trabaho. Not entitled to paternity leave because not considered cohabiting. Now remember guys, yung ating paternity leave law is medyo strict yun. Okay, aside from being, a male person, kailangan legal spouse mo, meaning married ka sa kanya, and cohabiting kayo, nakatira kayo sa isang bubong. Now, one exception to that one, let's say, meron kayong geographical distance, katulad nito. Kapag work po, okay, kapag work ang dahilan kung bakit kayo magkalayo, that is, under the law, that is still considered cohabiting. Meaning, pwede ka pa rin makapag-avail ng paternity leave. Okay? So again guys, kapag work po ang dahilan kung bakit hindi kayo magkasama sa isang bahay, then, considered pa rin yun na cohabiting. And therefore, you might be entitled to the paternity leave. Okay? So, ang number 5 natin, all are false tayo. Alright? Now, next, rank and file na. Okay, so marami na itong karapatan. Minimum wage, hindi natin kailangan, wala namang sweldo dito. Okay? Assume that Friday is a regular holiday. Okay, in the coming week. Okay, sige. Now, ingat kayo sa mga ganito guys sa totoong buhay. Kasi, akala natin, madalas, kapag holiday yung isang araw, pwede na tayo mag-absent the day before. Hindi po ganun yun, hindi ganun yun. Now, tingnan nyo. If you're absent without pay on Thursday, okay, hindi ka nagtrabaho on Thursday, but you went to work on Friday, okay, yes, you are entitled to the holiday pay pa rin. Okay, normally guys, kapag absent ka without pay on the day before, hindi ka entitled sa holiday pay. Okay, holiday pay guys, yung dagdag ha, ito yung dagdag. Okay, yung 100% na kahit hindi ka mag-work. Now, okay, kapag ganito yung situation, absent ka nung Thursday without pay, pero pumasok ka nung Friday, dapat bigyan ka pa rin ng holiday pay. So, 200% ka dyan. Okay? Now, statement 2. Tataas natin para. Yan, statement 2. Thursday is the rest day. Okay? So, hindi mo kailangan pumasok niyan. Hindi mo kailangan pumasok. Ngayon, ang ginawa mo, absent ka nung Wednesday. Alright? So, tinuloy-tuloy mo na. Kasi rest day mo yung Thursday, tapos Friday, holiday naman. So, tinuloy-tuloy mo na. Okay? Now, kapag ganito guys yung situation, kahit pumasok ka ng Friday, okay, kahit pumasok ka ng Friday, hindi ka na po entitled sa holiday pay. Alright? Hindi ka na entitled dyan. Remember tingnan mo yung magkaiba yung situation 1 at saka situation 2. Okay, dito, yung rest day mo, nag-absent ka before your designated rest day. Okay, yung rest day mo na sandwich, yung absent mo at saka nung holiday. Now, kapag pumasok ka dun sa holiday, what happened? Wala ka pa ring holiday pay dyan. Okay, wala. So, ibig sabihin ba nun, 0 makukuha mo? Hindi naman. Okay? Yung regular pay mo makukuha mo kasi pumasok ka eh. Okay, pumasok ka. Pero, hindi na siya magto 200%. Wala ka na kasing holiday pay. Remember, yung holiday pay, yun yung dagdag. Okay? So please analyze the situations carefully ha. Magkaiba itong situation na ito. Alright? And lastly, assume instead that Thursday is also a regular holiday. Okay? So kunyari, imagine mo ano yan, Monday, Thursday, tsaka Good Friday. Okay? Mga ganon. Okay? Now, absent on Wednesday, so day before, ito, tinuloy-tuloy mo na sana. Okay? Tinuloy-tuloy mo na. Now, what happened? Kapag guys, kunyari, in-absent mo to, tapos hindi ka pumasok ng Thursday at Friday, ay wala ka pong holiday pay ng Thursday at Friday, ha? Okay? Zero. Yun, zero ka nun. Alright? Now, kapag naman ganito ang situation, absent ka ng Wednesday, pumasok ka ng Thursday, alright? You will be entitled to holiday pay on Friday. Okay? So, anong mangyayari? Anong iba dito sa situation na to? Take a look. Okay? Absent ka ng Wednesday. Okay? Absent ka ng Wednesday. Tapos, pumasok ka ng Thursday. Yung sa Thursday mo, syempre yung Wednesday, wala kang bayad dyan. Correct? Wala kang bayad. Ngayon, yung Thursday, guys, pumasok ka, wala kang holiday pay niyan. So, 100% ka lang. Now, pag ginawa mo to, Thursday, tapos Friday, okay, hindi ka pumasok, meron ka pa ring holiday pay dahil pumasok ka ng Thursday. Alright? So, meaning, 100% ka dito. Pag pumasok ka, dito naman, kung hindi ka pumasok, 100% ka din. Okay? Now, let's say ganito yung situation. Pumasok ka ng Thursday, tapos pumasok ka rin ng Friday. Okay? So, absent ka ng Wednesday, pumasok ka ng Thursday, pumasok ka ng Friday. So, paano ang sweldo? Wala kang sweldo ng Wednesday, syempre. Kasi absent without pay ka eh. Alright? Thursday, 100% ang sweldo mo. Dahil pumasok ka, although hindi ka entitled sa holiday pay. Sa Friday naman, 200% ka. Kasi, well, one, pumasok ka, so yung sweldo mong normal, tapos, meron ka pang entitlement na holiday pay. Alright? So guys, I suggest you analyze this situations para medyo natin, okay, ma-familiarize natin yung selves natin with the effect of absence. Alright? So our answer for this number is letter C. Okay. Yan. SSS. Alright. So according to SSS, may be covered. Okay, may be covered on a voluntary basis except. So sino raw yung hindi pwede? Actually guys, lahat yan pwede. Okay? So titingnan mo lang ha, OFW upon termination. Eh di syempre, voluntary ka na lang. Okay? Employee, separated from employment. Okay? Voluntary ka na lang. Self-employed, no income. Okay? Pero pwede nagtuloy ka ng bayad. Ayun, edi voluntary ka na lang. Okay? Pwede naman yan. Walang problema. Right? Bakit important ito? Kasi guys, pag na-terminate, ano ibig sabihin nun? Hindi ka na mandatory mag-SSS. Pag nawalan ka ng trabaho, okay, separated, nawalan ka ng trabaho, hindi ka na rin mandatory mag-SSS. Self-employed, you realize no income in one given month, wala na rin. You're not required anymore. Okay? Pero, kahit hindi ka required, you can. So you have the option. Okay? To do what? To continue. Pwede, wala namang problema yun. Okay? So our answer here is letter D. Okay? Ito naman guys, memory work. Okay? Yung permanent partial disability. So yung merong number of months sa particular na Okay? So monthly pension pero payable not longer for the following periods. Okay? So may limit. Okay? Ang mali dito is this one. Okay? Bakit? Kasi 20 months lang. Okay? So lang to guys, memory work. So tingnan mo lang yung table, 20 months lang. Okay? 20 months. Number 3. Okay? Social Security Program. Okay? Ayan. Okay, tama naman. Okay, sa policy of the state yan. So no problem. Work, save, invest, and prosper. Tama. SSS shall function as a government instrumentality with corporate powers. Yan ay false. Okay, guys, ang SSS ay GOCC. Government owned and controlled corporation. Okay? So, false. Next. Directly controlled by the, tama naman ito, Social Security Commission. No problem. 9 members. Okay, Secretary of Finance. Tama. Okay, no problem ito. Okay, true yan. Now remember guys, it is a GOCC. Tapos yung namamahala sa kanya, instead of a board of directors, ang tawag doon is this one, the Social Security Commission. Okay? Ito nating kulay. Yan. Okay? Social Security Commission, yun yung parang board of directors sa ordinary corporation. Okay? So our answer here is letter C. All are true. Number 4. Okay, number 4. Ito, memory work lang din. Okay? Now, remember guys, okay, kapag ka ito, 36 monthly contribution. Okay, prior to the semester of death, ito. Yan. Okay, beneficiaries shall receive a monthly pension. Okay? So, 36 months. True yan, no problem. Okay? Remember ha, yung pension hindi sa'yo kasi patay ka na. Okay? Sa beneficiaries mo yan. Now, so death of a member. Okay? So, kulayan natin para, ito naman, retirement. Okay? Ito naman, permanent total disability. Alright? So, para lang magkakaiba. Now, ito guys, a member is qualified to receive a monthly pension daw if at least 36 have been paid. Now, this one guys is false. Okay? Remember, pag retirement, ito yung, habang buhay ka, kukuha ka nito, di ba? False yan. Bakit? Kasi di ba pag retirement, ilang months dapat ang nabayaran? 120 months dapat. Okay? Retirement pension, dapat 120 months. So, false yan. Now, permanent total disability, okay? Again, entitled to a monthly pension, if at least, okay, have been paid, this one is true. Okay? So remember guys, yung sa pension, itong tatlo, pension lahat ang pinag-uusapan dyan. Ang papansinin mo na lang, yung retirement po, okay, yung retirement, yan ang pinaka mahabang contribution, pinakamaraming contribution ang required. 120 months. Okay. So our answer for this one is, again, letter C. Okay? Number 5. Okay. Ito, ingat ha, yung mga ganitong question. False. Except. So, ibig sabihin, alin yung true? Okay, alin yung true? Alright. A person who reaches the age of majority is no longer considered a dependent. Okay? False ito guys, kasi remember, di ba, ang age of majority is 18. Hanggang anong age ba yung dependent? Di ba 21? And in fact, pwede pa nga maging dependent yung mo, di ba, yung parent. Hindi na. Lampas-lampas na ng majority yun, di ba? So, it's not always true. So, false yan. Alright, next. Only person, okay, in the context of an employer-employee relationship are mandatorily covered. False din. Okay, false din. Bakit? Bakit yan false? Kasi, sino ba ang mandatorily covered? Or sino ba ang kasama sa mandatory coverage ng SSS? Okay? Di ba? Yung self-employed. O, hindi naman employer-employee relationship yun, di ba? Sino pa? Yung employer. Okay, yung employer. Hindi naman sila nagre-render ng service, di ba? Hindi naman sila nagre-render ng service. Alright? So, this is false also. Okay, false yan. Okay, false yan ha. False yan. Now, letter C. Actual remuneration shall be the basis of the contribution. Okay. Now, this one is, guys, false ito. Kasi may maximum, di ba? May maximum eh. Okay, yung up to the monthly salary credit. Okay, yun lang. Okay, hanggang dun lang. Okay, hanggang dun. Now, letter D. Okay? This one, guys, ito, true na ito. Okay, bakit? Yung contribution sa SSS, it is composed of two things. Okay, remember di ba may kinakaltas sa'yo? Okay, hindi po yun yung buong contribution mo. Remember, yung contribution comes from the member as well as the amount coming from the employer. Okay, ito yun yung coming from the employer, ito yung second part ng sentence natin. As well as the amount paid on their behalf. Yan yung employer. Okay, yan yung employer. So again guys, what's the lesson here? The contribution of a member, okay, comes from two sources. It is composed of two things pala. Okay, two things. One, the member's share, the member's contribution, the member's share, and number two, the employer share. Once you add those two, then yun ang tinatawag na contribution niya. Okay? So, the answer here guys is letter D. Okay, D ang sagot dito ha, D. Yun lang ang true. Number 6. Okay, ito naman, baliktad. The following statements are true, except, alin naman ang false. Okay? Now, employers in the private sector fall within compulsory coverage of SSS. True. Okay, remember guys, huwag mong kalilimutan. It is not just the employee. Okay? Pati po yung employer, compulsory coverage yan. Okay? Now, Statement 2. Okay, ay sorry, letter B. Saan ba tayo? Yan, letter B. OFW's SSS membership is the same. Okay, whether you are land-based or sea-based. This one, guys, is false. Okay, so ito yung sagot natin. Bakit siya false? Remember, guys, kapag OFW, the law or SSS makes a distinction. Alright? Kung land-based ka or sea-based OFW. Kapag land-based ka, okay, ay sorry, pag sea-based OFW ka, pag ito ka, okay, sea, dagat. Okay, if you are a sea-based employee, kaya OFW, regular employee and treatment kayo. So wala naman tayong problema doon. Yun talaga yung iniisip natin, di ba? However, guys, when you are a, ayan, bakit? Tambay mo nga to. Okay, however, guys, if you are a land-based, okay, if you are a land-based, so yan ang kulayan natin. If you are a land-based OFW, okay, ano ka? If you're a land-based OFW, ang ano mo, ang ang membership category mo is self-employed. Okay? So again, guys, bakit ito false? Okay, bakit ito false? Ay bakit ito bakit ito tama? Bakit ito false? Kasi kapag sea-based OFW ka, regular employee ang ang category mo. However, pag land-based ka, self-employed ang category mo. Okay? So letter B is false. You have to make a distinction between the two. Okay? Now, a Filipino beneficiary in a country, okay, this is true, okay, kasi Filipino beneficiary siya, so wala namang problema dyan. Okay? Nagkakaroon lang ng problem yung SSS benefits kapag hindi natin citizen, tas non-resident pa. Yun, nagkakaproblema yun. Okay? It is possible, letter D, for a person who is not the SSS member's child, a spouse, child, or parent to become a secondary beneficiary. Yes. Di ba kapag wala lahat ng beneficiaries mo, pwede ka mag-designate kung sino ang gusto mo. Okay, so true yan. Okay, it is possible. True naman. Pero syempre, particular ang circumstances. Okay? Sige. Alright. So we are now at data privacy. Okay. Of course, bonus round. Ito, ang sagot natin dyan. Okay, 10173. Okay, title lang ng batas, guys. Para naman may konting break time. Okay? Number 2. Okay? Now remember, guys, may not be considered personal information controller. Ito po nasa batas mismo ito, ha? So, if you are any of these two, you are not, okay, personal information controllers. Bakit? Ito pong number statement 1. Person to collect blah, 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 okay, as instructed by another person. Okay? So, di ba, itong personal information controller, anong tawag natin dyan? PIC. Alright? Now, ito pong statement 1, ano ito? Ito po yung PIP. Okay? This one is a PIP. Ito pong statement 1. So, hindi sila personal information controller. Instead, they are personal information processors. Okay? Sige. Yung statement 2 naman, okay, statement 2, ito guys, exception talaga siya. Okay, nakalagay. While this is, tama naman, di ba? This is processing. However, if the information is tungkol dito, individuals, personal, family, or household affairs, kung yan ang kinokolekta mo, then this one is not considered a PIC. Okay? Hindi siya considered personal information controller. And therefore, hindi siya subject sa mga responsibilities ng PIC. Okay? Sige. So, number 2, our answer is letter A. Okay? Our answer is letter A. Sige. Alright. So, next. Next tayo. Number 3. Now, the following are considered, remember guys, sensitive personal information. So this is information that can be used to discriminate against you, humiliate you, government issued, at saka yung mga confidential. Okay? So remember guys, marital status, of course, sensitive. Nandyan po sa ano yan ha? Nakalagay yan mismo dun sa batas natin. Okay? Nasa batas yan. And next, driver's license. Yes, this is sensitive personal information kasi this one is given by the government and it is unique to you. Okay? Unique yan sa'yo. Next, scholastic records are also sensitive personal information. Nakalagay yan mismo sa batas. Yan yung education. Okay? Something about your education. Alright? So guys, I suggest we familiarize ourselves with the list. Kasi di ba remember, kapag may listahan ng batas, of course, it's ideal that you memorize. Pero, syempre, realistically, mahirap talaga yon dahil ang daming listahan. So, the next best thing, guys, is familiarity. Okay? Para at least, kapag nakita ng mata mo, there will be memories triggered. Okay? At least yung hindi ka magugulat na first time mo nakita yan. Okay? So, again, guys, familiarity is key. Alright? Now, ay, mali. Our answer here is all are. Okay? Consider the following. All right, statement 1. Right to privacy has no constitutional basis. This is false. Okay? It is based actually on the Constitution. Okay? Yung freedom natin against unreasonable searches and seizures, yung ating privacy of correspondence, meron talaga yan. Okay, meron. Now, statement 2. Any person whose personal information is being processed is a data subject. Okay, this one is false. Okay, this one is false also. Bakit? Okay, bakit siya false? Kasi any person. Remember guys, the only person who can be a data subject is an individual. Ano ibig sabihin nun? Natural person dapat. Okay, natural person dapat. So under the Data Privacy Act, hindi pwede maging data subject ang korporasyon. Alright? Individual lang guys ha, individual. Okay? Now, next. Statement 3. The rights of the data subject, okay, rights of the data subject are purely personal. False din. Okay, false din ito. Bakit? Kasi the rights of a data subject are transmissible. Okay, or assignable, sabi nila, or can be assigned. Okay, in 2 instances. Upon the death, okay, or sorry, upon the death or upon incapacity. So pwede mo i-assign yan. Okay? So hindi sila purely personal. So this one is letter B. Okay, false lahat. Next. Whenever there is a personal data breach, okay, the PIC must notify the commission and the data subject. This one is false. Okay, hindi po lahat ng data breach kailangan mong i-notify or itawag sa National Privacy Commission. Remember guys, particular lang yan. Ano lang, if the information, if sensitive personal information or other information has been acquired by someone who is unauthorized, okay, that can lead to identity theft. And baka magka-serious harm, okay, dun sa data subject. That's the only time that you report. Again, sensitive or other personal information nakuha ng unauthorized person, tapos it can lead to identity theft, which can result in serious harm. Doon lang kailangan i-report yan. Okay, doon lang. Otherwise, hindi naman nire-require ng batas. Okay? So, very specific yung instances. Now, statement 2. Okay, the PIC implement reasonable security measures. Okay, tapos anong klaseng security measures yun? Organizational, physical, and technical. Okay, yan ay true. Okay, wala naman yata yan. Wala namang problem dyan. Now, next. Processing of sensitive and privileged information are treated in the same manner. True din ito sa Data Privacy Act. Now, remember guys, magkaiba yung definition nila. Okay, magkaiba po yung definition na ng sensitive at saka ng privilege. Pero, under the Data Privacy Act, yung processing nila, okay, yung requirements, are essentially the same. Okay, so true din ito. Okay, so our answer for this one is letter C. Okay, sabi sa inyo, C is the key lang. Okay, now, all of the following are true, except, so alin daw yung false? Processing of personal information is normally done personally by the PIC, but the functions may be outsourced through data sharing agreement. Now guys, this one is false. Okay, false ito ha, false. Bakit? Remember this. Okay, tandaan mo na lang. Now, kapag kapag ang magkausap ay PIC and PIC, ayun, data sharing yun. Okay? Now, kapag ang magkausap ay PIC at PIP, ang tawag doon, outsourcing or subcontracting. Alright? So, pag nakita mo yung outsource, dapat ang magkausap dyan, PIC and PIP. Okay? Now, kapag data sharing naman ang nakita mo, ang magkausap dyan, PIC and another PIC. Okay? So, this one is false. Now, the others, true na yan. Walang problema dyan. Okay? So, international standards, no problem. Okay? International standards, sino ang namamahala? National Privacy Commission. Okay? Tapos, processing is allowed subject to compliance with requirements and principles of transparency, legitimacy, and proportionality. Tama yan. Okay? And processing of personal information is permitted unless prohibited by law and provided. Tama rin. Okay? Wala namang problem. So please remember this, ha? Okay? Next. Tayo. Electronic Commerce Act. Okay? So, may kwento muna. Okay? Laptop, okay, sent an email. Okay? Offering to give a condominium as a gift. So, unique. Kasi only. Isa lang. Read the message, accepted the offer via direct message on Twitter. Okay? So, yun yung nangyari. Yung situation. May offer, may acceptance. Alright? Yun nga lang, yung offer, email, yung acceptance, nasaan? Nasa direct messages. Alright? Now. Alright. Statement 1. The email and DM are functional equivalents of written documents. Ay, true. Siyempre, di ba? Sa Electronic Commerce Act. Okay? Provided certain things exist, true yan. So, generally, they are functional equivalents. So, parang in writing din sila. Okay? Next. The elements of the contract are in the form of electronic data messages or electronic documents. This is also true. Di ba? Napag-usapan natin, while they are defined differently, doon sa implementing regulations and in practice, they are used interchangeably. So, tama naman. Di ba? Kasi electronic ano sila, they are electronic data messages or they can be considered an electronic document. Walang problem. Now, the contract between Lester and Brad is valid. Ay, ito po yung false. Okay, false yan. Bakit? Remember, ano ang contract na? Donation, di ba? Donation. Of what? Real property. Condo is real property. So, kailangan guys, yan ay nasa public instrument. So, hindi po enough na in writing. Kailangan public instrument. Okay? So, kaya lang naman siya naging false then. So, once again, our answer here is letter C. Now, acknowledgement of receipt of an electronic acknowledgement, okay, of receipt is required. Okay? Now, remember guys, kapag most of the provisions in the Electronic Commerce Act are subject to stipulation. So, ano ibig sabihin nun? Kapag hindi mo alam ang sagot, okay, most likely, ito yun. Okay? Required lang siya if the parties agree. Okay? Kasi, merong provision, meron diyang principle sa Electronic Commerce Act na called variation by agreement. You can change, okay? Or you can agree upon certain things regarding the Data Privacy Act. And one of those things is acknowledgement. Okay? Pwede mong i-require yung acknowledgement if you agree. Okay? So, letter B ha. So, number 3. True. Okay? Except. So, ibig sabihin, alin daw yung false? Okay, alin yung false? Now, guys, lahat ito definition of term. Okay? Tama yan lahat. Okay? Tama yan lahat. Okay? This refers to an intermediary. Definition yan. This is an addressee. This is an originator. Ito lang yung may problem. Okay? Ito lang yung may problem. Bakit? Remember, guys, under the Data Privacy Act, hindi lang po juridical person. Pati po yung natural person kasali. Okay? So remember this one is false because persons refer to juridical and natural persons. Okay? So ito false ito Bakit? Kasi kulang. Dapat nandyan din yung natural person. Okay? Number 4. Again, following are true. Okay? Except. So ibig sabihin, ano na naman yung false? Okay? Ano yung false? Now, again guys, lahat ito true. Okay? Reciprocity. Okay? Totoo yan. Okay? Kung binibigay nila sa atin, bibigay din natin sa kanila. Variation of agreement. Ito yung sinasabi ko kanina. Alright? So, as between the parties, pansinin nyo, generating, sending, receiving, di ba? Yan yung receipt kanina. May be varied between and among them. So, okay lang, as long as you agree. Okay? Statutory interpretation. Okay? Principles. Wala namang problem ito. Okay? International origin, promote uniformity, okay? Observance of good faith. Alright? Walang problem yan. Okay? Dito lang. Okay? Ito yung meron tayong problem. Bakit? Kasi tingnan mo. Shall apply to any kind of data message or electronic document used in the context of, ito, mali. Okay, remember guys, medyo misleading yung pangalan, di ba? Electronic Commerce Act. Siyempre, ang isipin mo, only to commercial activities. But that is not the case. If you read the law, okay, it covers both commercial and non-commercial activities. So, magkasama yun. Okay, hindi lang po lahat sa commercial, pati yung non-commercial. Kaya ingat lang, medyo nakakalito or medyo misleading yung pangalan nito, but nevertheless, covered po ang non-commercial activity. Okay, so false po yung letter A. Next. Okay, next. Development, okay, of electronic commerce shall be led primarily by the private sector, public sector. False yan. Okay, remember in the law, ang kailangan lang gawin ng government is to provide you with a legal environment, a suitable environment in the legal framework. Pero, yung development talaga niyan, meaning to sino yung mag-i-invest, sino yung magtatayo ng infrastructure, ganyan, it is the private sector. Okay? Private po dapat. Alright? Private sector. So, false yan ha. Now, kanina, na-mention na natin to, does not extend to non-commercial activities. Okay? False din yan. Kasi again, covered pa rin. Kahit na electronic commerce ang pangalan, it still covers non-commercial activities. Okay? Statement 3, due to their nature, electronic commerce transactions receive a different tax treatment. False yan. Dapat, tax treatment is neutral. Okay? Pareho dapat. Okay? Pareho dapat yung treatment nila. Kasi nga, yun ang ginagawa natin. We are putting it as if it were, we are classifying it as if it were the same as traditional transactions. Alright? So, dapat tax pareho yan. So, ayun lang naman. Okay, so what's our answer here? All are false. Okay, all are false. All right. Number 6. Information shall not be denied validity or enforceability. Okay. Not denied. Okay, solely on the ground, it is, yeah. This is true. Okay, that's actually one of the principles. So, kasi ginagawa nga natin siyang functional equivalent. So, ibig sabihin, dapat hindi mo siya i-deny dahil lang. Okay? Dahil lang electronic document siya. Okay? Now, this one shall not be made available without consent. Okay? Of course, this is one of the duties ng mga tao na maka-access ng electronic key. You are not allowed to disclose it or give access to any other person. Okay? Unless, of course, authorized. And, as mentioned earlier, itong dalawa, used interchangeably. Okay? Yan yung nasa IRR. While these two, okay, itong dalawa guys have different definition. They're actually used interchangeably. So, magkaibang definition, pero ang understanding ng batas natin, parehas lang yan. Okay? So, our answer for this number is, all are true. Letter A. Alright. Ease of doing business. Alright. So, the ease of doing business applies to the following. Now guys, remember, yung ease of doing business, guys, only applies to the executive branch of government or executive department. So, ano yun? Hindi pwede ang Supreme Court kasi judiciary yan, di ba? Judicial, okay, judiciary. Hindi pwede yung House of Representatives. Bakit? Kasi legislative yan. Of course, pwede yon sa Office of the President. Okay? Kasi executive branch yan. Siya nga actually yung chief executive, di ba? So, our answer here is only 2 are false. So remember guys, the ease of doing business law only applies to the executive department. Okay? Sige, next. Application. Okay? Acted upon within, yan. Alright? Acted upon within the prescribed processing time in the Citizens Charter. Kasi iba-iba yun. Iba-iba yun. Pero remember, dapat, okay, ideally, dapat kung ano yung nakasulat sa Citizens Charter, ganun katagal lang ang processing time. Actually, they are mandated to indicate that. Okay? So, true yan ha, true. Next. Okay, if the application requires approval of yung sanggunian, yung ano yan, yung local sanggunian yan. So, may sanggunian, period of 45 working days to act. Okay, this is also true. Okay, humahaba kapag ka merong sanggunian involved. Kasi remember guys, hindi naman to isang tao lang, di ba? Grupo yan. It's a body. Okay, na merong iba-ibang agenda. So, kailangan silang bigyan ng additional time para magawa yan. Okay? Now, the maximum time prescribed above, okay, ito, above, so meaning referring to this, shall be extended only once for the same number of days indicated in the Citizens Charter. Okay, false yan ha, false yan. Okay, generally ito, tama, para dun sa all others. However, kapag ito, okay, pag ito yung pinag-uusapan, sabi, di ba, maximum time prescribed above. So ito ang pinag-uusapan dyan. Ibayin natin ang kulay para, okay, maximum time prescribed above shall be extended only once for the same number of days. False yan. Okay, false yan. Bakit? Bakit yan false? Kasi kapag ito po ang pinag-uusapan, ang extension, 20 days lang. Okay, 20 days lang. So, our answer for this number is letter D. Okay? Now, next mo, consider the following. Okay? All employees transacting with the public. Official identification card to ID, which shall be visibly worn. Ay, grabe naman ito. False yan, guys. Okay? Isipin mo, bago ka pumasok, sige, pwede. Isipin mo after office hours, nakauwi ka na, suot mo pa rin yung ID mo. Hindi naman. During lang po. Okay? During lang. Okay? Hiwalayin natin. Para. Okay? During lang. During. Okay? So, false yan, ha? Next. Contact with any applicant. Okay? During the preliminary assessment is prohibited. Okay? Under the zero contact policy. Okay? This one is false also. Okay? Remember, kapag ito, okay, preliminary assessment, meaning tinitingnan pa lang kung kumpleto yung dokumento mo, ay pwede yun, syempre. Okay? Kasi paano? Diba? Pwede yun. Okay, pwede. Remember ha, preliminary assessment. Alright? Preliminary assessment. So, hindi violation ng zero contact policy. So, hindi siya violation ng zero contact. And statement 3, the government's most current and updated service standards are embodied in the Citizens Charter. Yes, ito po, true na. Okay, true yan. Yun talaga ang purpose yun talaga ang laman ng Citizens Charter. Okay, according to the law. So our answer for that is letter D. Okay? Next, the report card survey. Okay? Initiated by ARTA in coordination with the Civil Service Commission and the Philippine Statistics Authority, okay, shall obtain feedback. Okay? True. Okay? True yan, ha? True. Yan yung natatanggap mo pagkatapos mo mag-avail ng government service, meron sa dulo, di ba? May pinapasagutan sa'yo. Yeah. Next, shall be used to obtain information, ayan, information about hidden costs. Tama. Actually, yung hidden costs na yan, including yung mga kickback or mga bribe. Yeah. Okay? Data. Kasi you're dealing with data, you can analyze, you can. Okay? And shall be used as the basis for investigation and prosecution of violation. Okay? Hindi. Actually, award nga ito ginagamit para sa award. Para sa award. This is not a tool for this. Pwede. Okay, pwede mong gamitin dahil nga may hidden cost. Pero, it's not being used for that one. Okay? Siguro if meron incidental lang. Okay? Pero again, mostly, pag tinignan mo yung batas, yung report card survey is actually one being used para sabihin kung sino yung compliant, sino yung mga dapat awardan. Okay? So, our answer for this one is letter C. Okay? Number 5. The following are violations. Okay, violation. Okay. Refusal to accept. Okay, refusal to accept with incomplete requirement being false ito. Kasi syempre, pag incomplete yung requirement, ay pwede mo talagang tanggihan yun. Kulang eh. Di ba? Kulang. Okay? Pero syempre, kailangan mo sabihin sa kanya kung ano yung kulang. Okay? Now, pero yung refusal in itself, hindi. Hindi naman bawal yan. Basta incomplete pang request. Okay? Next. Fixing. Okay? Or in collusion with fixers. Ay, yan na. Alam mo na kagad yan. Okay? False yan. Okay? False. Ay, sorry. Ano yan? Violation talaga yan. Violation. Next. Failure to attend to applicants or requesting parties who are within the premises. So, nandun na. Okay? Prior to the start and after the end of official working hours, including lunch break. Now, ito guys, okay, mali ito. False ito. Okay, false. Kasi dapat, who are within the premises, prior to the end of official working hours. Grabe naman yung prior to the start. Hindi pa nga nag-start yung workday mo. Kailangan mo na silang asikasuhin? Hindi. Ang ibig sabihin lang nito guys is may nakapila pa. Okay, may nakapila pa. Ando na sila. Okay, yun nga lang dahil sobrang daming tao nandun, naabutan sila ng closing. So kapag ganun, hindi mo sila pwedeng paalisin. Kailangan mo silang asikasuhin. Alright? Including lunch break. Kasi di ba no lunch break policy. Alright? So number 5, our answer here is ito. Ay, sorry. Ito pala. Yan. Okay, only 2 are false. Okay, and lastly, okay, nothing follows na pala. Lastly, alright, the processing of Okay, the processing and approval, licenses, etc. Okay, pero ang ano dyan, for installation of ito, telco. Okay, yung ano na natin to, telecommunications na natin to. Di ba special yung rule dito, ito yung 777. Diba? Now, guys remember, statement 2 and statement 3 are true. Non-extendable yan. Okay? Non-extendable periods yan. However, ito pong statement 1, this one is false. Okay? Statement 1 is false. Bakit? Sabi dun sa IRR, okay, sabi sa IRR, this period may be extended only once for the same period. So ito po, statement 1 natin, yung 7 working days for barangay, LGU, and national government agency, this one is extendable. Okay? Siyempre, once lang. Okay? Extendable once for the same period. So ano ibig sabihin nun? Extendable siya once for 7 working days. Alright? So therefore, our answer here is letter C. Alright? So yun lang. I hope you did well. And if not, don't worry. Pwede pang bumawi. Marami pang panahon. Alright? Maraming salamat.